It's the story that writes itself. The Phenom, The Undertaker, and the Big Red Monster, the devil's favorite demon, Kane, and Undertaker takes the first strikes at Kane, but to no effect. Undertaker continuing to unload some mayhem on Kane, but it's seemingly having no effect. And a back elbow to the Undertaker. Undertaker was arguing with the referee, and now it's Kane's turn. Undertaker just too quick as he evades Kane's attempt at starting an attack. Kane has just been an unstoppable force. I never thought I'd see the day where someone could simply match The Undertaker. And ironically, it'd be Undertaker's own brother to do so. Undertaker, undefeated at WrestleMania. Looking to do it once more. Oh no. It appeared that Kane was looking for that tombstone pile driver on the Undertaker. However, driving the Undertaker into the corner upside down as he stomps away and unloads on his older brother. It's clear that Kane has the size advantage over the Undertaker. The referee trying to get Kane out of the corner. And then you throw Paul Bearer into the mix, a man who's played both sides, who's been a father figure to both of these men. Paul Bearer, who spent a lot of time in the early stages of Undertaker's career, up and down the roads with the Phenom, would ultimately turn his back on him and side with Mankind, and then soon after join the Big Red Machine, Kane. And that's where we are today. The Showcase of Immortals, WrestleMania. It doesn't get bigger than this. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen here, and it's going to happen now. This is where you take chances as Kane goes high and nails a stiff shot on a draping Undertaker who was draped over the top rope. Well, we can't forget what happened at Bad Blood. It's an unforgettable night where Kane literally ripped the door off the Hell in a Cell structure, the first ever Hell in a Cell match between the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker. One heck of a debut for Kane, and he has been unstoppable since this past October and doesn't seem to be stopping or slowing down anytime soon. He's just a big human being. Undertaker gets a shot in on the midsection, another boot to the midsection. Kane is not an easy target to keep down, and expressing that very much with his minimal reaction to each shot that's coming his way as Undertaker tried to go up above on Kane. And Kane planting the Undertaker into the mat. We're seeing all kinds of chances being taken by the Undertaker in this match. It's almost as if we're seeing desperation by the Phenom to outbest his brother Kane. Kane may just legitimately have the Undertaker's number in this match. Kane picking up the Undertaker and driving the Phenom on the guardrail. Any way to inflict pain on your opponent within legal boundaries as to not get yourself disqualified. Kane looking to pick it up one step further, literally one step further as he picks up the top part of those steel steps and cracks it and driving it in the back of the Undertaker. While the ref didn't physically see Kane do it, he did see as the top of the steps bounced off the floor ever so slightly, making a loud collision. And again, and this time Kane driving it into the leg of the Undertaker. Kane will stop at nothing to put an end to his older brother, who has lived in the spotlight. Kane has expressed through Paul Bearer the reasons for why he is the way he is. The scars, both physical and emotional, that live within him, burning down their family home when they were younger. Kane always blaming it on the Undertaker for the death of his parents, death of their parents, and the reason that Kane wears that mask to cover up the disfigurement from the fire that melted away his flesh. Kane is a literal human embodiment of karma coming back to get you. Kane wants to return the favor to the Undertaker, take that spotlight away from the Phenom. Undertaker fights out of the corner, and a boot to the midsection of Kane. Ducks under again, looking to pick up some speed, but gets caught right into the grasp of Kane, who drives the Undertaker into the mat with an emphatic chokeslam as Kane looks to put an end to the Undertaker. Kane could have ended it right then and there, but he chose to lift up the Undertaker to keep inflicting damage. I am now more than 100% convinced that this is not about winning this match. This is much more than that. Well, I mean, it was pretty self-explanatory that it was more than that off the get-go. Leading into this, that Kane wanted to do everything to inflict pain, but you had to think that at some point, if given the opportunity, that Kane would strike as soon as possible to take the victory over the Undertaker, but that doesn't seem to be the case here. It seems that Kane is not a man afraid to lose. And that's a dangerous man. A man not afraid of the outcome is a man who goes in hell raising and ready to go. Undertaker trying to do what he can to fight back up, trying to fight through it. Can the Undertaker find his way back up to his feet? Undertaker trying to get back up, trying to create some much needed separation. You can't let all of it, once your weight gets forced into the ground, it's a lot harder to get up than it is from where Undertaker is right now. Still, no easy task. Undertaker's got a long ball game ahead of him. Undertaker's taking his strikes now. This is what Undertaker needs. And the separation is created, but the true question is for how long? As Kane comes back with a clothesline that drops the Undertaker and knocks him right back to the mat. I said, how long would that separation be for? Not very long. I got to admit, not very long. As Kane is right back on the attack. We're finally seeing someone who can match the Undertaker's power and beyond. The way the Undertaker is being dominated right now, as Kane is doing it like no other has before. Undertaker's never been in this kind of situation where he is being dominated in such a fashion. Paul Bearer, you gotta say what you will about Paul Bearer. He did tell the truth that Kane's power is like no other. It may even be greater than yours. And that's what we're seeing right now. Kane is giving The Undertaker a good run for his money. Undertaker never even wanted to fight Kane to begin with. Undertaker's not that kind of man. But when it comes down to it, a fight is a fight. If you're gonna fight the fire, then you're gonna have to bring fire back. Kane still managed to land on his feet. Kane just, I don't really think we've seen Kane stay down at all this match. Kane can take it all, getting knocked off the apron by that big boot and still landed on his feet. Up and over, and Kane sidestepped, but The Undertaker dove and crashed and burned through the announce desk. And a crash landing for The Undertaker through the announce desk. You gotta think that's the beginning of the end of the dead man. The Undertaker truly will be a dead man in just a matter of moments. Kane gets back into the ring. Undertaker struggling to get back up on the floor. Get another look at this. Undertaker diving over the top, trying to crash through Kane and send them both through the announce desk. Nobody was home, but I will say our Spanish commentators felt the effects of that crash landing by The Undertaker. Kane is going high risk. He is ready to finish the job. Take it home. And Undertaker's not going to let it hit him as Kane comes crashing down right into The Undertaker off the top. To put away 1, 2, and no. Undertaker managing to stay with it as he got the left shoulder up. Kane, a one-man wrecking machine. And the big red machine has brought the fight to The Undertaker like no other. And it very well could be the night that we'd see the fall of the Phenom and the true rise of the Devil's favorite demon. Back and forth. It's a matter of trading blows and getting the upper hand on the other. Kane still managing to stay on his feet no matter how many times he's been hit. He doesn't go down. Undertaker's got Kane. Undertaker's got Kane. Thinking tombstone. Kane reverses. Kane reverses. Kane's gonna do it. Tombstone. Pile driver. 1, 2. No! And the dead man stays alive. Undertaker refusing to stay down at the hands of his younger brother, who has seemed to be a man possessed, a man who was not willing to stay down for anything. Undertaker has given Kane every bit of his being, every bit of force he has to throw. And it really has been no effect on Kane whatsoever. There's going to have to be a difference maker here as Undertaker continues to strike at Kane. And there goes Kane. Down goes the devil himself. But Kane is quick back up to his feet. Kane seems to be a step shorter, a step slower as Undertaker takes Kane for a ride, and a choke slam takes down the Big Red Machine. Only infuriating Paul Bearer as Undertaker looks to put the final nail in the coffin on his younger brother. And a tombstone pile driver. That is money. That is ball game. And Kane is not done yet. I can't believe what my eyes have witnessed. As God is my witness, I have never seen the day, or never thought I'd see the day where somebody would not only kick out of the tombstone, but would soon get up as quick as Kane has. Undertaker gonna take Kane down, and a second ride. This surely has to be it. There's no surviving this. Come on. That's gotta do it. Yeah. What? What? Again? A true living embodiment of Frankenstein. Could be. We don't know what's under the mask, so very well could be Frankenstein under there. The way that Kane is refusing to stay down. And look at how quick Kane is to get back up to his feet. Kane had some time to rest, shake it off. Undertaker up at the top, diving through Kane. High risk, high reward. But Kane just sits right back up. Kane doesn't know what's behind him. Undertaker, perhaps third time is a charm for the tombstone pile driver. If this doesn't do it, I don't know what will. If this doesn't put away Kane, and that's it. And that's it. There it is. The Undertaker has defeated Kane. Undertaker didn't go for a patented arms crossed pinfall. He had to hook the leg to make sure this one was going to be over. Paul Bearer going after the Undertaker now, stomping away at the dead man. Paul Bearer frustrated that Kane lost this match. I would turn around because your day is coming. And Undertaker takes a strike that knocks Paul Bearer off his feet. But Undertaker crashed right back down, showing the wear and tear that this match has played on his body. And there's about to be a lot more wear and tear now that Kane has a steel chair and he drives it into the spine of the Undertaker. And there will be hell to pay. A family feud that is far from over. No. Kane is going to do something that he may live to regret. I don't actually, now that I think about it, I don't think Kane has any regrets in life at all. And he just tombstoned the Undertaker on the steel chair. Undertaker's skull just crashed and bounced off that metal chair. You gotta think that's enough. And that was the message that was sent. Undertaker may have won this match, but Kane is the one who stands on his feet as he and Paul Bearer walk to the back. Kane, the one that leaves WrestleMania 14, leaves Boston standing tall, and the Undertaker lifeless over that steel chair he was just tombstone on. But look, the Undertaker sat up. His eyes a little bit dazed. Far from over. As I said, the Undertaker and Kane, there is going to be a lot more destruction to come between these two brothers in the future.